Hey everyone, so this is the Topfin Infinity Edge Waterfall tank here. This is the 10-gallon version. There's also a 20-gallon version they can buy. This was on sale for 70 bucks, normally 100 at PetSmart when I bought it today. So first thing I want to talk about with this tank is you might have to make adjustments like I did. So you can see right now the water is overflowing the entire front of the tank. When I first set it up, it was maybe half of it, and it kind of coming this way. So they give you not the best of wrenches. It's a little bit off on size. I know it's a bit hard to see, but there's a flap here. And then back here, there's another flap. In those flaps, there are adjustable nuts to make it raise and lower the tank a little bit. So you want to do both of those. So turn one once or twice, turn the other one once or twice, until you get to where this is flowing like how mine is right now. Now with that, I will say, when you do it, adjust it and then give it a minute, because it seems to take it a moment to actually fix the flow. So that's the first thing. The second thing here is hopefully you guys can hear how loud that is. I know that bothers some people. Personally, I like that noise. My issue is it is in my bedroom, probably about 10 feet away from my bed, hoping it will not wake me up in the middle of the night to have to use the bathroom. So let's see how that goes. And then you can also see the view is a little bit obstructed, especially the farther down you go. So we'll have to see once I put in actual decoration, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing fish or shrimp, but when I put my live animals in here, how obstructed the view is, because it might be quite a bit obstructed. Those are really my concerns here. Another one might be for people that have cats, is this is a bit flimsy. So if you have a cat that jumps on your aquariums, be very careful. This entire thing might come flipping over. And every time you take off this top, it kind of messes up the flow rate, the overflow a bit as well. But my initial thought though is this is a really cool looking tank. You can it's kind of like being at an actual aquarium or like a zoo where they have those waterfall things. You can't really see it on video, but it's actually kind of fun to do. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how much you want to be doing that when you actually have fish in there, but it is cool to do. It is cool to see. You guys can see the little cutouts here. That is where the water comes through. If you do not have the top on, it still comes over, just not in as nice of a way. So it kind of messes up the where the water's flowing. So that helps keep it more even. And you guys can see here too, to make that effect happen where it overflows, it is cut. It kind of goes there and then goes down. So it's very cool. The tank itself is glass. The basin is plastic. Real quick, it does have white LEDs as well as these sweet blue, and they are very nice on both the whites and the blues. Quickly, we'll talk about the basin. So it's about filled up about halfway. It kind of ricochets off this little bit here. There's a little bit of a lip. You can see there's silicone all along it, along the tank itself. The tank is not removable. It is stuck in place. You have this little grate here. There's a maximum and a minimum water level. That's the maximum. I filled it up all the way. And of course, when you turn on the pump, it goes down. Here's your filter cartridge. That is the correct placement of the ceramic media right there, your biological media. They have a little picture in the instruction paper they give you. It goes on this side, not this side. I don't know if it really matters or not. Here is your pump with the return pipe. And that, of course, pushes the water out. And you can see it is flowing quite fast. So betas are not recommended for this tank. I think it's for that reason, along with they might get stuck under this thing or flown into that thing and maybe even come over it. I don't know. But they do say on the website betas are not recommended for this tank. This, I believe, is supposed to adjust the flow rate. Did not seem to do much for me though. But you guys can let me know if it does anything for you. But when I was messing with it, it really did not seem to do too much. All in all, so far, again, I just set this thing up. I think it is a very cool tank. It does take a little bit to fill up or to set up because you might have to adjust it a whole bunch. One more thing I want to mention real fast is in the instruction paper it says to fill up the tank with water. It does not mention filling up the basin whatsoever. What I did personally was fill up the tank up to about here-ish, probably about half an inch from the top of the glass. And then I filled up the basin. On their website, they actually have a video showing that's what they did. That's what I did that way. But there is no mention in the paper, in the instruction paper, telling you to fill up the basin. It literally just says fill up the tank. I don't know what would happen if you filled it up and overflowed. My guess, it would just overflow and you'd be okay. But I would recommend filling up the tank, filling up the basin by itself, and then turning on the pump, which will then get it going. You guys let me know what you think. Again, I think this is a very cool looking tank. We'll see how it actually turns out once it is 100% set up. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. As always, I appreciate you. Hope you all have a good one. Goodbye.